fading to the Infiltrator now. So this is a D8 hit die as well, but they've got a bit more in way of proficiencies for their stuff. So light and medium armor. They've also got explosive ranged weapons as well, because I thought kind of setting charges and stuff for infiltrators would be pretty cool. Thieves' tools, of course, and hacking tools. Hacking tools making an appearance. A kind of an original idea for 5e. And I thought as well, the infiltrators, they kind of like, maybe they know how to use this stuff. They're not hackers, they're not really into it, they don't write their own software or anything, but they can certainly know how stuff is working, or how to use it at least. Kind of hacking through a door or something, you know. And then vehicles, I just gave them motorcycles as well, because I thought that was cool. Cars as well will give you most of the stuff. Okay. Saving throws, I give them Dex and Charisma. So it's fair to say that the Infiltrator is based heavily off the Rogue. I just kind of thought, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. So you'll see quite a lot of Rogue class features coming up. Saving throws, yeah, I've covered that, sorry. Skills, you choose 4, so they haven't got a load to start off with. But then acrobatics, athletics, deception, infiltration, infotech, kind of bouncing off that hacking tools thing, perception, persuasion, sleight of hand, stealth, and tactics. So there's a lot to choose from, but only like an additional one to actually pick. Equipment. They get a fair amount of cool stuff. Again, fairly similar, quite simple melee. Again, some simple range just to start off with, but again, like we covered before, when they get those ability score improvements, they'll also get some equipment score improvements. So that will increase. I just haven't actually got around to the finer details of those ones yet. Expertise. So at first level, choose 2 of your skill proficiencies, or one of your skills, one of your tool proficiencies, and double them as per the normal rogue stuff. Sneak attack is exactly the same. So an extra d6 damage, and that increases as they level up, as long as you have advantage on the attack roll, or there is an enemy within 5 feet who isn't incapacitated. Thieves at Work was original though, and from second level you can recognise the work of other infiltrators, thieves, or master criminals. When faced with some bit of thievery, you can recognise it as thievery, and then if you've previously identified the work of an individual, so if you know that it's, you know, the Pink Panther or something, I don't know, then you can recognise that work as theirs, particularly. Then the cunning action is as you would expect it from the rogue. You can take the dash, disengage, or hide action as a bonus action in your turn. Then the Infiltrator Archetypes come up at 3rd level. You get them at 9th, 13th, and 17th. Ability score improvements, again at the usual levels, and the equipment upgrade coming with that as well that we're putting in. And then Uncanny Dodge starts at 5th level. When an attacker that you see hits you with an attack, you can use your reaction to halve that damage done against you. Evasion, again very similar I believe. You can dodge out of the way of certain area effects such as an explosion. When you have to make a dex saving throw, to only take half damage, you don't take any instead, and if you succeed on a saving throw, you actually only take half damage if you fail. And the reliable talent. By 11th level, you've refined your chosen skills until they approach perfection. Whenever you make an ability check that lets you add your proficiency bonus, you can treat a d20 roll of a 9 or lower as a 10. So you can pretty much do most basic stuff, as long as it's not too hard. Blind Sense just is a little bit less magical than the SRD. So starting at 14th level, so as long as you're able to hear, you are aware of the location of any hidden characters within 10 feet of you. So it's that kind of like agent with a right, like stood behind a bit of cover and is kind of listening, and like you're always like, you as the viewer, as a watcher of the movie, you can see where the enemies are, and you get this kind of sense that like they know where they are too, and then they like swing around and like get each one of them with shots, you know. Slippery Mind is the same, slightly less magical. You've acquired greater mental strength. You gain proficiency in wisdom saving throws, so that just gives you another proficiency in that. But by 15th level, you've got quite a high proficiency modifier. Elusive at 18th level lets you invade attacks quite well. No attack roll has advantage against you whilst you are incapacitated. Aren't incapacitated. So that's quite a strong thing. But again, 18th level, you're getting to some really funky stuff. And then by 20th level, you have an uncanny knack for succeeding when you need to. So it's basically once every kind of short rest, if your attack misses, you can turn it into a hit. If you fail an ability check, you can treat the d20 as if it rolled 20. So again, once per short rest, you can make something crit, or you can hit somebody if you really needed to. And then the archetypes we've got coming up are a couple. Assassin, definitely inspired by Agent 47 and the Hitman series. It's that kind of double pistol, garrote string type person, infiltrator, precise killer, not the soldier who goes in, strong AC, boots on the ground type person. It's more the person who can kind of disguise themselves, can infiltrate locations, can snipe targets, can, get to people. And I just love the kind of cool two-pistol shooty type stuff, so that comes up in a second. So quick to action, starting at 3rd level, you get to you have advantage on any attack you make during a surprise round, and you can make a reaction even if you are surprised. So that gives you a little bit of ability when you're kind of flat-footed. Dual pistols from 9th level, when you use a bonus action to make a range attack with a second light pistol in your other hand, you can add your proficiency and dex modifiers to the attack and damage rolls. Probably a little bit of rewording I'll do later in there, because obviously you only add your dex modifier to the damage. But when you normally do a 2-weapon attack, pretty sure you don't add your proficiency or your ability modifier to the damage, so that gives you something cool too. Then extra attack gives you 2 attacks instead of 1 at 13th level. If you make the attack against an unaware opponent, both attacks have advantage, just for clarity. And then Assassin's Mark at 17th level, you become an uncompromising hunter of your target. Once on each of your turns, you can add a +5 modifier to the attack roll or damage roll on an attack you make against a target you mark at the beginning of combat, and score a critical hit on an 18 to a 20. You can choose to use this feature before or after the roll, but before any effects of the roll are applied. Once this enemy combatant has been defeated, you can mark it on the target. So this is a bit of an adaptation of the Ranger 20th or maybe 17th. Feat they have there. Thief is the second archetype we're going to have available at Kickstarter, and is pretty much Thief from the 5e SRD. So I am going to skip over that. I think I'd change the name of second story work to that, whatever it was before, but I think it's pretty much the same, so I'm going to skim over that.